How do I celebrate when you can't be with me? I don't deserve happiness. Your smile is completely gone forever. How can I plan something joyous when I feel so sad?
Welcome back to Velour's Designs. I'm Katie Willeen. Today's video, we're going to talk on grief. This is one of two videos. Yesterday's video was on depression and anxiety, and today is going to be on loss and grief. And how do you cope with that and manage that and those emotions while trying to plan a joyous occasion? Just because this is a occasion of celebration doesn't mean that those feelings of pain and deep suffering are gonna go away. Some of the things that I've heard from brides when dealing with loss around their wedding is, how can I celebrate when they can't be there? Kind of like this guilt wells up in you. Some feelings of, how can I be happy when they can't even smile anymore? Just pulling at your heartstrings. So today I'm going to talk about how to support a bride that may be going through some of these feelings and season of loss at the same time of celebration, and also for you as a bride, some suggestions for coping and maybe some things that you can do to incorporate your loved one that is no longer here so that they can be a part of it in a special and meaningful way. So the first thing I want to touch on is some feelings of, I don't deserve because they're not here, because they can't be a part of, or I can't be happy because they can't be happy. I want to tell you right now that if somebody has truly loved you and has left this world, they want you to be happy. They didn't leave this world wanting to make you miserable. And that you deserve joy and happiness in your life, and that if somebody loved you, that's what they would want for you. So you have every right and permission to not move on. You don't have to move on from those feelings. Those feelings stay with you, and that is okay, but you do have a right to pursue life. Those are two things that are compatible moving forward, and you don't need to feel like you have to give up your happiness for them in order to honor them, because that's not honoring to them. They would want you to live your life. In fact, the way I've looked at people that have perished in my lifetime, I look at their legacy. What were they living for? What were they about? Were they about adventure? Were they about passion for their job? Were they about loving every person unconditionally? And if that's what they were about, whatever they were about is what I'm now going to be about. And I'm not going to let their death hinder my moving forward. In fact, moving forward, I'm going to bring their life and the thing that they were about with me to continue their legacy. So let that be about what your wedding is about, in honoring them. And if they were an adventure geek, then do something adventurous for your wedding and show them that that's what you want for your life from now on, and because you're bringing them with you. Sorry. And since I'm tearing up, I just want to tell you, allow yourself to grieve, allow yourself to cry. Cry with your future significant other about the person that you miss, and let them know how much that person meant to you. So yeah. And then I want to touch on, how do we celebrate that feeling of, how can I celebrate if they're not here? You need to celebrate. That is a part of life. Death and life go hand in hand. And when we've lost somebody, like I said earlier, we need to turn and make life better. I've seen brides put charms on their bouquets with an image of their loved one. I've placed flower arrangements on pillars representing mom. I've seen the ring box be placed on a pillar because of the best man having passed away. I've seen balloons let into the air because some grandparent could not be there. Do something in their memory as a part of your ceremony to honor that person. Place a rose on a chair or have an empty seat at the table at your reception. If this is something that you're not ready to publicly display yet, sit down the week before the wedding and write a letter to that person. Write out all your feelings, cry over that letter, and then, I don't know, do something like drop it into a river or the ocean. Do something privately for yourself that brings you some sort of closure as you step into going into your wedding. And if you are in the role of supporting a bride or groom who is grieving or has experienced loss, just listen. They don't need you to remind them that everything's going to be okay, that life's going to move on. Unfortunately, they already know that. They already have that sting of I have to move on, and all they really need is somebody to sit and listen and cry. You do not have to say a word, and help where help is needed, and so I hope this video was helpful for you guys, and that you got some knowledge as to how to cope. Of course, if your loss and grief is driving you to depression, please see a counselor or a doctor about your depression. We don't want it to get to a dangerous state. And just a reminder that we all deal with it. We all deal with loss. We all deal with depression. And that there are people willing to help and speak with you. I'm willing to speak with you. If you write your questions or anxieties in the comments below, I will get back to you. You can reach out to me on Facebook and Instagram at Velours Designs, and I'm super willing to just discuss these things with you and encourage you. And if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for flower videos in the future. This month is kind of just all over the place, so I don't know when I'm exactly getting to flower videos, but they will be here soon. So I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.